1, 2, 3. Froggy went a courting and he did right. Froggy went a courting and he did right. Sword and pistol by his side. Well, he rode right down to Miss Mouse's door. Rode right down to Miss Mouse's door, where he'd often been before. He took Miss Mousy on his knee. He took Miss Mousy on his knee, said, "Miss Mouse, will you marry me?" I'll have to ask my Uncle Rat. I'll have to ask my Uncle Rat, see what he will say to that. Without my Uncle Rat's consent. Without my Uncle Rat's consent, I would not marry the president. Well, Uncle Rat laughed and he shook his fat sides. Uncle Rat laughed and he shook his fat sides to think his niece would be a bride. Supper be? Where will the wedding supper be? Way down yonder in a hollow tree. What will the wedding supper be? What will the wedding supper be? A fried mosquito and a roasted flea. First to come in were two little ants. First to come in were two little ants, fixing around to have a dance. Next to come in was a bumblebee. Next to come in was a bumblebee, dancing a fiddle on his knee. Next to come in was a fat sassy lad. Next to come in was a fat sassy lad, thinks himself as big as his dad. Thinks himself a man indeed. Thinks himself a man indeed, 'cause he chews the tobacco weed. Next to come in was a big tomcat. Next to come in was a big tomcat, swallowed the frog and the mouse and the rat. Next to come in was a big old snake. Next to come in was a big old snake. He chased the party into